Here are some ways that you can make your home stand out. If you are considering listing your home or you have your home on the market and it's already available for showings, here are some ways to kind of elevate your space. Now, if you are someone who's in what's considered the luxury market in your specific market, you're going to want to think about your home as somewhat of a gallery. Now, if you don't have the wherewithal to put the right things in place or make the proper selections, just talk to your agent about hiring a professional stager or consulting with an interior designer who could at least give you a consultation and give you some ideas of what would be appropriate for your specific listing. So with just a few simple upgrades or updates, you can actually completely elevate your space. And the first of those things are with some higher end lighting fixtures, or maybe things that aren't higher end but they appear to be. If you can replace any of the more dated fixtures, I'm thinking about those ones in the 90s that were really popular. It doesn't cost a lot to change those out. It's something you can do yourself. You can go to Home Depot. They have plenty of cool lighting fixtures that are more modern on display. Go ahead and buy a few of those and change them out. I'm telling you, that is one update that is worthwhile to make, and it's not going to break the bank. So another thing you're going to want to consider is the scale of the furniture in each room. I see a lot of people who put huge pieces of furniture in small rooms because they think that it looks luxurious, and you couldn't be more wrong. I'm just telling you point blank, you don't want to put big furniture in a small room. You want the room to appear as spacious and open as possible. So when in doubt, a smaller piece of furniture is going to be better. You want to just look at the room as a whole and sort of choose something that's the correct scale. And a stager or an interior designer is going to be able to help you with this if you don't feel confident making choices on your own. And with that, you're going to be able to showcase some of the better pieces of art or sculptures that you have in the space, because the focus isn't going to be on the big ugly couch in the middle of the room. So make sure that you're creating space to kind of showcase certain features of the home. Another thing that can add sort of a luxurious feel to any room in your home is being selective with textures and fabrics. Certain fabrics and textures have different connotations in our mind, right? So just be really thoughtful and intentional when you're choosing the way things feel in a room, even if most likely a buyer isn't going to actually sit on your couch or lay in your bed. Let's hope they are going to walk in and you want them to kind of feel like they're invited to, even though they're not going to do that. Now, again, some of these are things that you should maybe not take on your own. Maybe it is worthwhile to hire a professional to help you, but again, with the furniture, you're just going to want to make sure that you're getting really unique pieces and pieces that really fit well in the home. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who doesn't want to stage at all. Like if you're just cleaning up your house and putting it on the market, that's fine. This is more for the luxury seller who's really got a special home that's maybe going to go the extra mile to have it staged. If you're thinking about doing it on your own, these are some of the considerations that you can make. Speaking of texture, you're also going to want to think about the walls, right? I know this sounds crazy, but wallpaper is making a comeback. I'm not talking about like floral vomit all over every wall. We don't want to do that. But if you go into a lot of model homes in some of the new construction communities, you're going to start seeing accent walls that have sort of a very modern feel. It's just like one wall in a room that will have wallpaper, and it's kind of balanced out by negative space or just plain walls for the rest of the room, or like an accent color throughout the rest of the room. That is something you can kind of play with. You can bring in textures and kind of more colors using your wallpaper or accent walls. Another more subtle way to do this would be with textured paint. So if wallpaper isn't your thing, you could also look into texturing one wall to accent it. Another big one is smart home integration. So this is a technology thing, but if you're able to upgrade to any kind of smart tech features, those are big selling points at this point in our market. This would include things like automated blinds, security systems, automated lighting, and all of that would be controlled with a device like an iPad or a smartphone or something of the like. Make sure that you're making the most of your storage. Any storage space you have in your home, make sure that you're leveraging that to declutter everything. If it's a personal item or a trinket or something that doesn't absolutely sell a specific lifestyle, it needs to go. It should not be within sight. So make sure that that is being tucked away into one of your storage spaces. You're going to want to also think about indoor-outdoor flow within a home. So make sure that the transition between indoor and outdoor spaces is very seamless. You can do this by adding potted plants inside and also using natural light to kind of draw the buyer in or out of a space. As far as scents go, I have seen people go way too far with this, and you should not let that happen to you, because when you have like a million scented candles or one of those outlet plug-in scent things, it can really make you wonder what's being covered up, and you don't want your buyer to have that thought when they're walking through your house. So try to keep that simple. As I mentioned, if any of this seems overwhelming for you, make sure that you reach out to a professional. Your agent should have a stager and or an interior designer on their team. And of course, if you have any further questions about anything I've just said, don't hesitate to reach out. There's a link to do that in the description box below. You can book a free call with me. It's no obligation, just an opportunity for us to connect and see if we might be a good fit to work together. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. I put out new videos every single week about the Northern Nevada lifestyle, the Reno Sparks housing market, and all things related to buying and selling real estate. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.